This is 2-4 orthographic projection practice, and this will be number 5 in your worksheet right now. And what it's asking you to do is to draw this orthographically. And we need to choose a front view. So we're going to probably choose this face because it would show the most detail as our front view. And I'm going to start on a blank piece of grid paper here. Placement is a big thing, so we need to start with the end in mind. That means my front view is going to start in the bottom left corner of my page. My right side view needs enough room up here to fit. I'm sorry, my right side view needs enough room over here, and my top view needs enough room to fit on the page. So a lot of us are starting too high with our front view, and we smash our top view in there, and there's not enough room for dimensions, etc. If you want to use a straight edge, by all means, this is my sketch kit. I brought it in. Old school sketch kit, but if I've got a straight edge in here, I'll use it because it comes out nicer and it's sometimes easier to count blocks, or just use the ruler. I'm not going to say you can't use a ruler. When it comes to freehand sketching, we want to try to avoid it. So looking at our drawing, we're 1.75 inches. The first thing we have to decide here is, do we need to scale this in order to fit it on our grid? The trick question, it's always scaled. How about what scale do you think it should be? 1 to 1? 1 to 1. 1.75 inches is going to fit beautifully on our screen, okay, or on our paper. So we can do a 1 to 1 here. We don't have to reduce it down or magnify it or whatever. So that means that one block on the paper, and we can draw our scale in right away. One block equals, oh, there we go, equals 1/4 inch, or our scale is 1 to 1. So it's like a real life scale, right? Placement wise, I'm going to make sure I've got enough room here, and knowing that if I start in the bottom left hand corner with my front view, I'll be good. Pick up one of these corners, and 1.75 inches is 7 blocks, so I go over like this. My height up is 0.25 or 1 block, so I will just hand draw in the 1 block. And then, is this line going over the top going to be solid? Yes, it should be, because that top edge of the foot or the base is a solid edge. So what I just drew in there is my bottom edge here. Now this is a oblique drawing of sorts. It's another perspective drawing. But I'm not going to have a distance between here on my front view. It's just going to be a straight up or step up here. And I have to figure out how high that is. Overall height to the top of the crown. So looking at this again. Overall height from the top of my step to the top of the crown is 1.25 inches. But it looks like to where it starts arcing, this flat is 0.25. So I know that this is going to subtract out. It's going to be a 1 inch up to be square, and then I'm going to make that semicircle arc. So I find my center here, because that shape is centered. I got this and this. It's 0.75 inches wide. I'm going to go up 1 inch. And then I have to connect that dome over the top to match. This would kind of be a freehand thing. Last thing I need to do on my front view is draw in this little mailbox of sorts, this opening. And I know that it's 0.5 or a ½ inch tall. I know that it's centered on this. And it is 1, 2, 3, or 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know what? I think that I did it wrong, didn't I? Yeah, it's got to be 1.5 inches tall total. Yeah, I need to go up one more. Good thing I've got an eraser. there, three up, and I'm going to draw in my mailbox here, which is a 1/2 inch high, 1/4 inch wide. Now this is something that I want to make sure we all get. If we take a straight edge or just follow that line across, my right side view translates right across that bottom edge over this way. So I've got that figured out. My height to the top of the right side does the same thing. So I'm going to move over a good distance so that I can fit dimensions in there. And then I've got to figure out the depth from front to back. The depth from front to back, yeah, the depth from front to back of the shape is 0.75. So I'm going to go, it's going to be 3/4 of an inch on the right side view. So I'll go over here, pick up that right there, the 4-inch mark, go 3/4. Yeah, it's way not as deep as it looks because of the skewing of the oblique. And then the back side goes straight up. If I rotate this, it doesn't jog over. It looks like it does, but the back edge is going to go straight up. And it's going to go up the same height. There's my height because I can transfer that over. This height transfers over. This is my back edge of the shape. My front edge is going to have a jog in it. The depth from front to back of this arch is a 1/2 inch, I believe. Right here, 0.50 is where the 1/2 inch indicates. So that means there's just a 1/4 inch to the front. Half inch like that. This is going to go all the way down to my 1/4 inch step right here. And what am I missing yet? I'm missing my cathedral door. So I can use that line, the cathedral door, or the mailbox, sorry, and transfer that over. But what kind of line is it going to be? It's going to be a dashed or a hidden line. So dash, 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 and then I go up to the top of my mailbox. Dash, dash, dash. And I have now drawn my right side view. My top view, same thing, is going to transfer up. So I can start, well, like right here to give enough room. I'm going to be 3/4 deep because that's how deep I was here. Oh, and I drew it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. I can transfer this one up, and I automatically know the width here. This is the front edge. This is the back edge. And then I've got that cathedral door to draw in, or the mailbox door. So I would transfer this up. But that only comes out a 1/2 inch. And then it closes off in the front. And I need to draw my hidden lines in yet. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Last thing would be I could add dimensions back in. I'm not requiring that you do that. This is drawn to scale already, so we could figure out from this, oh, it's going to be this size, okay? I'm going to make a revolution, see how we did in the classroom.